Again, we are working on that 98 Honda Accord. I suspect a serious leakage going on in cylinder 1. What's happening is I'm idling rough and I'm missing on cylinder 1. I've got my OBD2 scan tool that I've been running on it for the last couple of months, and I've replaced everything electrical, swapped out the injectors, and checked my plugs, which includes the electrical. I've done everything I could do to remedy this problem. I've even cleaned out my air intake control valve. Haven't done anything with the map sensor yet. I haven't tested it or replaced it, but I'm running out of options, and I need to do a compression test at this point and see if cylinder 1 is in fact dead or heading in that direction. So we need a few tools here to do our compression test. What we got here is a fairly large flathead screwdriver. This is going to be used to hold open our throttle. You need to hold open the throttle to allow full airflow into the cylinder. This will help you get a true reading when you're doing your test. You need your typical ratchet, and with that ratchet you're going to need a 5/8 spark plug extension here. And you will definitely need a deep well extension. I've got something from Harbor Freights here, and it works very, very well. Makes it down there in the bore to grab that spark plug. It's got a little rubber ring in there to hold on to it once you pull up. Okay, so need your long neck extension, need your 5/8, you need your ratchet, and you might need your screwdriver. Alternatively, if you're in a position where holding open your throttle isn't going to work very well or isn't the easiest task, then when you get ready to do your compression test, all you really need to do is on an automatic mash your gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there. That'll pull your throttle wide open, and it'll keep it there. Last but not least, your compression tester. I got this from Harbor Freights. Very basic, to the point, but it gets the job done. Measurements of PSI right here. We've got ourselves a nice little quick connect. We got our hose to go down in the spark plug chamber, and we've got various extensions here if needed, but I don't think we'll be using those. So, first thing we're going to have to do is disable a couple of functions on the car. For one, you don't want the fuel pump pumping fuel through your injectors. So basically what you do is you pull a couple of fuses. And I'll show you in just a minute. You got a fuse box under your hood, and you got a fuse box on the driver's side of the car. And under the hood, you need to basically access that fuse box for your fuse clip to easily pull your fuses there. So once you do that, you're going to go over to the left side of your car, and you're going to pull the panel and pull two 15-amp fuses. And I'll show you right now which ones those are. Alright, before you start the process of opening the throttle, taking out the fuses, unplugging the spark plug wires, and taking out the spark plugs, obviously you got to do all that. You got to turn on the car, let it warm up to running temperature. So you let it maybe take it out for a 5-10 minute spin, or let it idle for about 15 minutes and it'll get up to operating temperature. Yeah, unfortunately, if you run these tests on a cold engine, you're not going to get a true compression ratio reading. So you want to warm it up and then start breaking it down and then do your tests. As you can see here, I got my lovely little check engine light. And that's just indicating my cylinder 1 misfire, and I got a generic code of 1399, which is a random cylinder misfire. You're going to get that on a generic scanner like I've got. I've got an Actron. It was about $100 on eBay. But you're going to get that generic code with any generic scanner. But the actual code that I have is a P0301, which indicates a cylinder 1 misfire. 302 would be cylinder 2, so on and so forth. And my misfire is consistent. I never get any other codes. Always get cylinder 1 misfire, and I always run rough on idle. Okay, our fuse box is right here on the left side of the engine toward the firewall. Need the clip from right here. So I've accessed that clip. Don't need to access any fuses here. Taking a little side panel off of the fuse area here, and I'm basically going by the illustration here. As you can see, 15A at the right top is our ignition coil. 15A at the right bottom is our fuel pump. So I'm going to pull those. There's the first one. Right there. And one at the bottom. Right there. Alright, next you want to hold open the throttle with our screwdriver. Situated here. Alright. Throttle is now wide open. Alright, now that our engine is at running temperature, it's time to pull the plugs. I've got them numbered here, as you can see. You can get some masking tape. Number them if you want. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull them out like so. And number 4.